It seemed to hiccup at around 6:30 p.m., granting an illusion of peace. An idea of what peace might be if you weren't imprisoned in a goddamn hospital. He meandered varicose corridors, shucking the stickiness, the soreness, the self-pity. He was here to learn. He was going to be a doctor. He spent years toiling to earn the right to be so abused. He had taken college courses and review courses. He had spent hours glued to books, had bushwhacked the MCAT and pummeled the boards. All to get here. Finishing work feeling like a used condom was a privilege. Who cares about the antiseptic smell, the harsh bluish lights, the over-enthusiastic pastels like chunks of Miami airdropped smack in the middle of Manhattan? He felt better. And then there were fingers snapping in his face. "Hello? Are you there?" This was how they were. You accepted it or you dropped out. You found ways to cope. You imagined yourself in a different milieu, say at a party, where you had the asshole in question beat by at least 30 yards. You totted up your victories. 1. Hygiene. Residents didn't get out much, and this one in particular suffered from excess cerumen production, which 2 years ago Jonah would have called by its more descriptive, real-world name, a colossal avalanche of earwax. Advantage, Stem. 2. Style. The resident's spreading waistline had succumbed to an infestation of beepers and PDAs, phones and Blackberries, making him look like Batman minus the pointy ears and award-winning physique. Advantage, Stem. 3. Charm. Obviously, he had that locked up. Look at the guy, poking him in the arm and ordering him downstairs with that imperious smirk. Advantage, Stop staring at me like you're deaf. The resident's badge bounced as he gesticulated. His name was Bender King, Devon, PGY2. He had a hair lip, currently twisted into a sneer. "I know you can hear me." "Sorry. We need hands." Jonah loved that. The rest of his body, including his brain, was irrelevant. His shift was long done. He didn't belong to Bender King's team. He needed to get home for his 4 hours of sleep. But this was his 3rd day on the service, and he wanted to make a good impression. So he smiled and said, "I'm there," and jogged along toward the OR. Unless a doctor asked you to wash his car or fillet his poodle, you did it, and you did it with love. As they hurried downstairs, Bender King gave him the essentials. Caucasian F37, stomach pain. After an unattended hour in the ER, the nurses find her flailing around, tachycardic, hypotensive, pushing 103 degrees, respiratory distress, distended. 18 months status post-gastric bypass, she had experienced a weight loss of 125 pounds plus. Like setting a person down after a 20-year piggyback ride. Through the double doors, and there she was. Loose skin flapping, the skin she no longer fit, a drab pink wedding dress she could not remove. The room was madness. Everyone running to prep as they waited for the surgeon, pausing only to engage in the choicest OR pastime, yelling at the medical student. Jonah fetched a gown and gloves, and the scrub nurse yelled, "You contaminated it, get another," even though the items were still sealed and sterile, as though he was uniquely, grotesquely infectious. He shuffled to and from the supply room, dutifully schlepping another gown, another pair of gloves. Into this squall sailed a gray-haired, gray-skinned Epicene man in his 60s, Gerard the Slice d'Italia. He wiggled his pianist's hands and said, "Shall we dance?"